Everybody's like, oh. Well, yeah, it's like battle me, you know what I mean? And then it's like, alright, let's do this. Boom. Ends up happening. Everybody, of course, Kaz, he's like, good to see you, brother. Yeah, I mean, Taz just gives him that, I mean, he's like, it's good to see you all. Why are you guys, I mean, he's like, it's good to see you all. Then he just throws out this Pidgey. And he's like, why are you guys with Stefan anyway? And of course, they're like, Grandpa told us to go on our adventure with him. And right now we're doing research and catching Potato and Pokemon together. And of course, in this instance, he's like, Grandpa told me to do the same thing. And I can probably do it better than he could. Let's see what you got, Stefan. So, of course, getting in my feelings, of course, I tell him to tell his blast to do Scratch. Before I can even do Scratch, he's like, Pidgey, Sand Attack. Of course, this Pidgey's super fast. Does Sand Attack. Of course, Blast doesn't see, he can't see, and he misses. Now, what ends up happening is, also in that same sense, Fangs, you know what I mean, he sits there, he's out of it, and like, Blast, growl, lowers his attack, you know what I mean, he's like, tackle, I mean, he tackles, of course, he's lethal as Paul, like, well, he does growl, he lowers his attack, as soon as he does growl, it reacts, spot, flames, you know what I mean, her Pokeball erupts, and she comes out, and she watches it, and she looks, and of course she's watching, like, she wants to do something, and she's like, well, I'm glad that you came out, Flames, because, this is our, you mean, she's like, don't intervene, because this is my brother, you know what I mean, they're all children, so, it's insane, like, how their mom had all of them at the same time, but, and there's more to even speak on, but it'll be another time generational section. But of course, yeah, spoiler alert, I know. But he sees her and he starts to relax. He hears her while the scene's happening. She's he's Char, yeah, and he's like. And then he's like, I mean, he relaxes and I'm like, okay, now that you have, now you have your blade. Blade starts kicking in. And of course, I'm like, now that you got your heat, you know what I mean? Because of her, I'm like, use Ember, of course. She's like, tackle. Boom, gets hit with tackle. As soon as he tackles, though, it knocks the sand off and Blast does Ember. Lands it a nip. A little bit, does a little bit of damage as it shows. Of course, it being Taz's Pidgey, he's flying around, so he kind of dodged it a bit. He dodged a bit of the embers, but he still got hit by one. It did a little damage, It's like, And I just look at Blast, I'm like, we're not gonna win, buddy. We still have to take care of Squirtle, so we have to take down this Pidgey quick. Use Ember. He's like, tackle again. And of course, boom, he gets hit with the tackle. Of course, he takes and relaxes more better, but then he hits with Ember super strong. Of course, in this instance, all three of the Embers hit, but his Pidgey, it gets exhausted. And then I'm just like, alright, while he's exhausted, try to go inner depth and use Scratch. And of course, he's like, tackle again. He does tackle. In the instance he gets tackled, Blast this real quick and scratches the Pidgey right before it can get away from landing the tackle. Then it goes down. But in this instance, with him reacting quick like that from getting hit, he is exhausted. So Taz is sitting there like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? He gains a boost, of course. He looks back at Flames, gets his boost, and then of course it's like Blaze grew a level. He gains his level, of course. So then he's like, what are you gonna do now? Since Blast is exhausted. Let's get it, Squirtle. Yeah, I mean, boom. Send on Squirtle. I'm like, alright, buddy. You know, we're not gonna be able to beat him in lower strength. Take this potion. Of course, as you know, I got a fang still, but he's like, tackle. Of course. But I use potion, of course he sees Blast get healed and he's like, ah, like, and he phrases him. And then he's like, ah. He's like, tackle him. Boom, he hits tackle and hits Blast, you know, does a little bit of damage. Everybody's like, ah, of course, Daz. He ends up getting the confidence. Which kind of like, he's like, dang, bro, you ain't gotta. He's like, dang, bro, like, you ain't gotta be so, like, be in your feelings. And then Taz just looks at him like, we're winners. One of us loses, we all lose. And it was like, he's like, yeah. And they're like, yeah. They looked at him like, right. And then, of course, he's like, it's been the strangest feeling ever since I've been along my path and journey. I've been feeling and taking a couple losses myself. And they're like, really? And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, it's the same thing has happened to Spleefa. He's like, oh, of course. He's like, it's your fault, Stefan. You're supposed to protect them. And then he's, of course, I'm like, saying there, like, it's not my fault. And Spleefa's a great trainer, and she's growing from it. And of course, I'm like, I'm like, and Blast, Ember. Of course, he does quick Ember. Of course, Squirtle just sucks it up. And Squirtle gets real evil, does tail whip. Of course, he's relaxed. You know, same personalities, traits that, you know, we have, me, the granddaughters, the others have when they're battling against them. So of course it was like, I'm not doing that much effectiveness on score. Like, you know, I'm just like, Ember again. Of course, he tries Ember. Squirtle dodges it this time. He's like, yeah, me and Squirtle are faster this time. Of course he does tackle. You know, Blast is like, ah. Of course he's like talking, bragging. He's like, yeah, Squirtle and me are faster this time. And this time, Stefan, you're going down. So, of course, I missed that Ember, so I'm just like, scratch. Blast, scratch. He tries scratch, misses. Squirtle does tackle. Tries to do tackle on him from missing, but Blast ends up, like, you know what I mean? What ends up happening that he dodges that attack is because when he scratches and he misses, of course, he hears Flames chanting in the background. Char, char, char. Like, right? All the action's happening in the background at the same time this battle's happening, you know. We're all lively in the background also. So, of course, Flames is in the background. Of course, you see her, like, char, char. When he misses, it's like, shoo. You know what I mean? One of those split-second slow-mo cameras. And then he's like, Squirtle's like looking like Squirtle. And then he's like, about to do tackle, and then, of course, Blast just dodges it, and he acts relaxed, and he's like, cha! And I'm like, alright, let's do this. Let him get